Hello all, welcome to Linguistics Scholars YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to look at the segmental and distinctive features. The segmental features are also called as segmental phonetics. To understand this concept, especially the distinctive features, which is very important to in the phonetics, and it is very important to understand phonetics as a whole. So to understand the distinctive features, it is important to have the knowledge of place of articulation, manner of articulation, and laryngeal phonation, which I have already discussed in our previous videos. Please refer to these videos before watching this video. First, we will look at the segmental features. These are called segmental features or segmental phonetics. Okay, so segments are basically individual speech sounds, okay, which are smallest unit of speech. When I say pa, it's a segment, ba, it's a segment, ma, it's a segment, right? Segments are grouped together into syllables. When I say mat, okay, as you can see are three segments, okay, consonant, vowel, consonant. It become a syllable. So it is clear that segments are grouped together to form the syllables. Okay, so each segment is made up of smaller components called features. These features are nothing but, as I mentioned in the last previous videos, M is a bilabial sound, M is a voiced sound, and is a nasal sound. So the segment is made up of the three features, that is plus bilabial, plus voiced, plus nasal. And to give a proper description in terms of place, manner and voice, we call as voiced, bilabial, nasal. So these are the three features that made the sound ma. So each speech sound is made up of smaller components called features. Okay, as you can see, an element of speech sound that can be independently controlled. These elements can be controlled. Let's say if it is not a nasal, if it is something like a plosive, okay, plus plosive, then the sound changes from ma to ba, okay, which is voiced bilabial plosive, okay, so which are independently controlled. These segmental features include consonant, sonorants, syllabic, nasal, voice. As I mentioned, when we are describing about ma, it is voiced, it is nasal, okay, and syllabic feature consists for the vowels, sonorants for glides, liquids and nasals, and all other remaining fall under the category of consonants. The whole list of features is called feature matrix, which is just simply a list of individual features. As you can see, we have made it a list here for the ma sound, and this, if you kept in a square bracket, let's say plus voice, plus nasal, plus bilabial. So this become a feature matrix for the sound m. Okay. If we change the value of just one feature from feature matrix, then the sound will change. As I discussed, If I say it minus nasal and plus applosive, then the sound changes from ma to pu, mu to pu. So this is called segmental phonetics. Okay, I hope you guys are cleared about this topic. You can check these points that I have written in the slides as the notes so that it's easy for you to revise. Next, we will discuss the distinctive features. These features are proposed by Roman Jakobson. It's just a universal set of cognitive properties associated with the speech sounds. So it's a set of properties, okay, for what? For speech sounds. As simple as that. And next, any segments in any language can be characterized in a unique combination of features because there are many possible sounds that we can produce with our organs. But it is not mandatory that each and every sound should be present in every language. As a result, only few will exist in some languages, and all the sounds, all the words, all the sentences you made out of those existed sounds of one particular language. So these sounds is not just a random sounds. There is some fixed feature combination that helps you to produce a sound mm. Let's say there is a sound mm, which is present in English, which is present in Telugu, which is present in Hindi as well. So, but the distinctive features, I mean the features which makes to produce these sounds. In other words, the segmental features as well. Okay, or remain same for the sound of ma across the languages. So the future is for the sound, not for the language, but the number of sounds and the possible sounds that exist differ from language to language. Okay. Now we will look at the system, how these features basically works. Only binary opposition or accepted. As I said, binary is nothing but if you say plus, it's the presence of a future. If you say minus, it refers to the absence of a future. When I say plus voice for the m sound, it is means the sound is voiced. If I say minus voice for b, then it becomes voiceless. So the future are in binary nature. The description should be based on a minimum number of DFs. As we have seen, we have need a minimum of 3 features to distinguish one sound in English to the other sound in the English, whether it is a consonant or whether it is a vowel. These are selected from a limited set of universal DFs. Other than for the most sound, you may have add other features than these 3 features, but it just give an extra information. But what we need is only 3 set of universal definite features that can easily distinguish among the sounds of English. So these 3 came from a larger list of universal definite features. And the definite features for the sound of the language are arranged as a matrix with plus, minus, 0, which is not relevant values. We basically use either plus or minus. We do not use a 0. Instead, we can simply keep it as like we do not write basically. So we can only have pluses and minuses to represent the sounds or segments. There are 4 types of features. One is the major class features. Major class features are 4 types. They are sonorants, consonantal, syllabic, and approximants. What are the sonorants? Sonorants are vowels, glides, liquids, nasals. Let's say you have a segment A, Then you can say that plus sonorant for the sound. Let's say you have a glide L. You can say plus sonorant for the sound. Apart from the other three existing place, manner and voice feature. Okay. And let's say if you have now, you can say plus sonorant rather than apart from plus nozzle. Okay. Then we have consonants. These are nothing but stops, affricates and fricatives. Only we have three types of consonantal sounds. And as you look here, the sonority from this side to here increases. In the next class, I'll discuss what is sonority. Okay, so that you'll get clear about this. And the syllabic, the nature of syllabic contains only for the vowel, because it acts very important to call the group of segments as a syllable. And then next we have approximants, which is simply a frictionless escape of air for the sounds such as l. Okay, so these are the four major classes of sounds where we use plus or minus, plus or minus, plus or minus, plus or minus when referring to the sounds that are falls under this category. As you can see, vocalic and the consonantal distinctive features can be distinguished between the four major classes of speech sounds, that is consonants, vowels, liquids and glides. This is a question that is repeatedly asked in the UGC NET examination. So please remember that vocalic and the consonantal distinctive features, okay, can distinguish between four major classes of speech sounds. These are the four major classes of speech sounds: vocalic and the consonantal distinctive feature can distinguish between them. Next, we have laryngeal features. We already discussed in the previous video. It has a laryngeal phonation. Okay, we have voiced. When we say plus minus, plus means it is voiced and minus voice it is voiceless. And plus and minus spread glottis, it means when I say plus it is aspirated sound. When I say minus, I'm referring to the minus aspirated sound. And plus and minus contrasted glottis. And when I say plus, I'm referring to open glottis. And when I say minus, I'm referring to the closed glottis. So glottal state of sound thus classify into voiced, voiceless, aspirated, unaspirated sounds. So these laryngeal features are helpful in classifying the sounds, whether they are voiced or voiceless, whether they are aspirated and unaspirated. And next we have place features: labials, coronal, dorsal, guttural. C plus and minus will be used to referring to, but in most of the cases we do not use with them. Instead we use with the place features. Okay, as you can see here, the bilabial sounds where the lips involve, where the lips involve. The two such kinds of sounds produced are bilabial and the labiodental, and the coronal, where the little upper ridge, upper part of the uh, upper jaw involves the sounds that are possibly produced are the dental and the alveolar. And it, when I say dorsal, it is further back, referring to the sounds produced by using palatal and the velar. And we have guttural, where the sounds are referring to pharyngeal and the glottal sounds. So these are the four major place features. And then next we have manner features, where continuant plus or minus continuant. Plus continuant refers to where there is no obstruction in the production of the speech. Okay, and minus refers to the obstruction in the production of the speech. And plus nozzle refers to the lowering of the velum and make the air to escape from the nose. And the minus velum refers to the velum rising, where the air only flows through your oral cavity, and plus lateral refer to the air passing through from the both the sides of the mouth rather than the center of the mouth. When I say minus lateral, the air passing through from the center of the mouth rather than the sides. Delayed release refers to a stop or a plosives, we can say, or which is also a part of affrication production. So the delayed release refer to the production of stops and the affricates, whereas minus delayed release refers to the other manners of production. So as of now, we have made 4 important videos from the phonetics. In the last 4 videos, they are place of articulation, manner of articulation, voice, that is nothing but laryngeal phonation, and today we have talked about distinctive features and segmental features. These are very important in phonetics. Please watch these videos in a series from the place, manner and voice, and then watch distinctive features. So it's become easy for you to understand, and you can copy the content of the slides into your notes so that it's easy for you to revise. Thank you. Please subscribe to our channel Linguistic Scholars for more interesting videos in linguistics and applied linguistics.